Hey everyone, welcome back to Steve's Project Car Garage. My name is Steve. Sitting behind me is my 1969 Triumph Spitfire tanker. Tonight we're going to be doing some more work. We're going to focus on getting this area all cleaned up and then weld on this inner wheel well. First, I just want to take a quick moment to address everything that's going on over in the Ukraine right now. For the last week, obviously, things have been crazy over there, and I've been watching it very closely. And keeping all of my friends over there in my mind. For those of you who don't know, I spent a couple of years working for the circus, and in that time I developed a lot of really good lifelong relationships and friendships with people from that region. So with that being said, honestly, y'all are on my mind. I know that you guys probably are not watching my videos, but if you are, just know that we're thinking of you. All right, so I did end up going a little bit radio silent there for a little bit, but I have good reason. I'm not going to get into it, but it's been a crazy last 2 weeks. But I did actually get some work done off camera. And so last video, if you remember, I ended up cutting out this patch, and I finished off by not being able to weld it in because I ran out of time. But I've since gone ahead and welded it in, and it actually looks pretty decent. And then I went ahead and I actually did the same over on this side. One thing that I did notice is that both here and also here, there's definitely a gap. And so I figured maybe what I'll do is once I get the car on the rotisserie, I'll try to address that by maybe just cutting it out a little bit and then making a small patch or something, but nothing crazy. I don't know why I threw this paint on here, but I threw on some glossy Rust-Oleum. It's nice and smooth, but not needed. So what we're gonna do tonight though is we're gonna go ahead and focus on this. So this is a outer wheel well. This was originally on here, and you can see, if you remember, the big old booger welds that held it into place. Well, they're still there in one form or another. And so what I want to do is clean up the metal, both on the inner strengthener. So I want to sand this down to get all the surface rust off of it. And I want to clean this up, and then the idea is to go ahead and weld it into place. And then ideally do the exact job on the other side. So we're gonna get cracking on that tonight. All right, so I went ahead and put clecos in to hold the wing in place. And then I placed the inner wheel well, and you can kind of see, let me see if I can sneak the camera in. There you go. You can see it where, I'm blocking the light. You can see this is the old where it meets the new. And so what my plan is to just make sure that everything kind of lines up right where it's supposed to in relationship with the actual arch, which seems to be like spot on, and then also with the sides. And as long as it does, which I think it pretty much does here, I'll end up marking it, and then I'll go ahead and I'll start the process of welding it in place. All right, so I went ahead and I got it marked, and I actually threw a couple of clecos in, so that way this can really kind of just give me a couple of really good hard reference points. So next what I'm going to do is bust the old flap disc out. I'm going to clean up all of this, and yeah, I'm gonna go from there. We'll clean up the metal also. On this guy, as you can see, it's a little bit rough. There's a couple of big booger weld there I need to get rid of. Just gonna try to smooth this out. I was thinking about trying to repair some of these spots, but frankly, when I put it on, you're not gonna know, right? It's all gonna be hidden. So I don't really care what it's gonna look like as long as it's solid. Wow, that got dusty. Get it in here. God dang. I'll let this clear out real quick. All right, so we're gonna do a quick change of plans. There was a lot of areas I couldn't get to all the rust. And so I'm gonna take some prep etch and go ahead and hit it real quick. Give it about a 15-minute treatment. Hit it with some water. And then we'll pick up where we're left off. This way we can try to just eat some of this rust and kind of treat it up before we go much further. Let's get started. So I figured that while the prep etch is working its magic, I'll turn my attention over to this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the flapper, clean it up a little bit, so that way I've got this ready for the next stage. All right, so that was fun. Got the wheel well cleaned up a bit. Got the metal here pretty well cleaned up. I'm relatively happy with it. I think that once I hit it with some paint, I'll do primer first, and then before I put the wing on, I'll come back and I'll give it a good couple of coats of some paint. But I'm pretty happy. So I think what I'm gonna do now is refit the arch, bust the welder out, and go ahead and get this guy welded into place. All right, here we go. Not bad. I'm pretty happy with it. I had to add my own big booger weld to the project, but you know, it wouldn't be tanker without some big booger welds, I guess. I'm pretty happy. It's solid. It's not coming off. I did hit it with some primer, just so that way the metal that I treated does not flash rust and need a whole bunch of work afterwards. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. This is all going to be hidden, so I'm not worried about the overall appearance of this. And then when I get the car flipped over and I have it on the rotisserie, I'll come on the inside here and I'll smooth this out, and I may just put like a long patch or something to cover up the seam. But again, I'm not even really worried about that because you're not going to see it unless you're up underneath the car. So, I mean, not bad. Not bad. I used a wire brush to kind of hit all the tight spaces in there as best as I could. And got some paint on there. So, it's coming together. Let's wrap this up. All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight's video. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me again tonight, and appreciate y'all coming back. If you haven't done so already, please make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click the bell, get those notifications, and of course hit the like. Let me know you guys are enjoying the content. That's all I've got for tonight. Hopefully I'll get back out here tomorrow morning. Sunday we're having a little birthday party for my son, so it probably won't be happening on Sunday. So fingers crossed Saturday I'll get this next stage done. I'll probably do the passenger side just like I did on the driver's side and just not record it because, well, you guys don't want to see the same thing twice, and I don't blame you. So maybe I'll just get that knocked out tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, thanks so much. I hope you all have a great night. And just remember, whatever you do, please do not be the dreaded previous owner. Cheers.